All right, so today we're diving deep into a really powerful strategic guide for anyone thinking about launching a meme coin on Pump.fun. That Solana launchpad that's absolutely been changing the game. We're going to cover everything from building a digital fortress around your identity all the way to executing a launch like a pro. Let's get right into it.
Okay, so you've done it. You've got the brilliant idea, you've got the killer art, you might have even minted the token. But then you hit that wall. Now what? That's the real question, isn't it? How do you actually take this thing from an idea on your computer to a successful project without getting completely wrecked?
Well, hold on. Before you even think about marketing, the report we're digging into today puts a massive red flag on one specific thing: using your personal phone number for anything, especially for setting up your project's Telegram. It's not just a bad idea. The report literally calls it a catastrophic risk. We're about to find out exactly why.
Look, this isn't just about protecting your project's funds. It's about protecting you. The absolute first step in any legit launch is to build a fortress around your personal identity. So let's get into the nitty-gritty of what the pros call OPSEC, or operational security.
I mean, it seems so harmless, doesn't it? Just using your phone for a quick verification text. What's the big deal? Well, in the wild, high-stakes world of crypto, that one simple action turns your most trusted device into your single biggest weakness.
And it really all boils down to one major threat. The report is crystal clear on this. The #1 killer for developers is an attack called a SIM swap. And get this, it's not some super complex Hollywood-style hack. It's a surprisingly simple but absolutely brutal strike on your entire digital life.
So check this out. This is how it works. And it's scary simple. A bad actor grabs some of your personal info, stuff that's often just out there in data leaks. Then they call up your phone provider and just pretend to be you. They convince the agent to move your phone number over to their SIM card, and bam! Suddenly, all those two-factor authentication codes you rely on, they're going straight to the attacker's phone. And just like that, they're in your email, your crypto exchanges, everything.
Okay, so that's the scary part. Enough of the problem, right? Let's talk about the solution. To do this the right way, you need to operate from a completely separate, anonymous identity. And this isn't about being shady or sneaky. This is about being professional. It's about being secure. So let's open up the playbook.
This chart from the report lays it all out beautifully. Let's take a look. Way up at the top, you've got this option called Fragment. It uses the blockchain, it's max anonymity, but yeah, look at the cost. It's crazy expensive, so that's not really viable for a new project. Then way down at the bottom, you've got free services like Google Voice. The problem is, they're often blocked by Telegram, and the report flags them with a critical risk. No thanks.
But just look at that viability column. That's where it all clicks into place. The report makes it super clear. Your best bet, the pragmatic choice, is one of two things. Either go to a corner store, pay cash for a cheap, prepaid physical SIM card, or use a trusted international eSIM service. Both give you great security for a pretty low cost.
Okay, so you've got your new, clean number. What's next? You got to lock down your Telegram account. Here's the 3-step protocol. First, you dive into the settings and make your number completely invisible to everyone. Second, and listen, this is the big one. It's totally non-negotiable. You set up a cloud password. That's Telegram's version of 2FA, and it's your last line of defense against a SIM swap. And finally, you build a whole new persona. New username, new picture, new bio, completely separate from your real life.
All right, identity secured, fortress built. Now we can finally talk about the platform itself. You have to understand the battlefield to win the war, and Pump.fun has some really unique mechanics that are crucial to getting right.
So what's the secret sauce of Pump.fun? It's this thing called a bonding curve. Now, instead of needing, tens of thousands of dollars to create a liquidity pool on an exchange, the smart contract here does all the work. When people buy, the price automatically goes up this preset curve. When they sell, it goes down. It's a really elegant and, most importantly, low-cost way to get a token off the ground.
So every single token on the platform goes on the same little journey. You launch it, people start buying in. And if you can build up enough hype and momentum to hit a market cap of around $69,000, your token graduates. That's the big moment where it moves from Pump.fun and becomes a real, freely tradable asset on a major exchange like Raydium.
And this right here, this is the feature that investors love. The second a coin graduates, a chunk of the money, somewhere around $12,000 to $15,000 worth, is automatically used to create liquidity. And then that liquidity is permanently locked. The developer literally cannot touch it. That means the classic rug pull, where the dev just yanks all the money out and disappears,
It's impossible. And that builds a huge amount of trust.
Okay, let's get into some pro-level strategy now. We're talking asset management. So the report we're analyzing actually came from a user who was confused because after they created their token, they ended up with coins in 3 different wallets. Now you might think, uh-oh, that's a mistake, but actually that's the foundation of how the professionals do it.
So what is it? A rookie error? Or a pro's secret weapon? Well, the report is pretty blunt about it. If you know what you're doing, splitting your supply isn't just a good idea, it's a total game changer for managing your launch the right way.
And this table just lays it all out. It's so simple. Each wallet gets a specific job. The deployer wallet holds a small amount to prove you've got skin in the game. The marketing wallet, well, that's your war chest for growth, to pay influencers or fund community events. And the reserve wallet, that's your ace in the hole, used for strategic buybacks to help support the price if things get a little shaky.
Okay, you're secure, your assets are organized. But how do you get the word out? You don't have $1 million marketing budget, right? Well, the answer is to mobilize an army, to build a community.
The number one tactic, and it costs exactly $0, is something called organic rating. It's basically a coordinated community attack. You find a really popular post on X, maybe from a big influencer. You drop that link in your Telegram group and tell everyone to go. Your community floods the replies. With your project's memes, its ticker, you're essentially hijacking the algorithm to get thousands of eyeballs on your token for free.
And this really gets to the heart of it all. What makes a meme coin pop isn't some brilliant code. It's the culture. It's the attention. The report says you absolutely must have a meme bank ready to go, like 20 to 30 great images, and a story that connects with what the market is already talking about right now. And let me tell you, that's worth way more than paying some sketchy call channel that's just full of bots anyway.
All right, we have gone through a lot. Security, the mechanics of the platform, managing your assets, and zero-budget marketing. Now, let's pull it all together. Here's your final game plan, your step-by-step launch blueprint.
Boom! Here it is, your entire launch in 6 simple steps. 1. Get secure with a new SIM. 2. Lock down that Telegram. 3. Set up your wallets to ProWay. 4. Build your meme arsenal. 5. Go rating and build your tribe. And 6. Carefully manage that bonding curve and push all the way to graduation. It's a clear, repeatable playbook.
So there you have it. We've just walked through the entire playbook from this fantastic report. You now have the how. You have the security plan and the launch strategy. But that leaves one final massive question. The what? What's your story? In an ocean of thousands of new tokens every single day, is your meme, is your narrative, is your vibe powerful enough to cut through all that noise? Because that's the real challenge.